Thank you, everybody, for coming to the Aaron Torres Podcast YouTube page. If you could do me a quick favor, see that little subscribe button at the bottom of your screen? Go ahead, click that subscribe button. Really does help our channel grow, our audience grow, and I really do appreciate it more than you know. So click that subscribe button. Appreciate your support. Now, here's the video that you came here for. Let's talk a little bit of Heisman, okay? So listen, I don't think we have to spend 25 minutes breaking down the Heisman Trophy ceremony. I think for about the last 3, 4, 5 weeks, it has felt like it was trending towards Travis Hunter. And on Saturday, it becomes official. Travis Hunter does, in fact, win the Heisman Trophy. I got a lot of thoughts, but you know, kind of where I want to end up, I want to just go through all of them. I do think there is an element of Travis Hunter winning the Heisman that we are not talking about enough, and that is the role that Coach Prime Deion Sanders, really played to get him to this point. I think we're understating really the role that Deion Sanders played. I don't think people remember exactly how this went down. We're going to get there in a minute, but before we do, let's talk about the Heisman ceremony. Saturday night, listen, I'll say this. I think the whole presentation is a little bit too long. We don't need an hour. I think most of you are like me. You probably tune in for the last 10 minutes just to see who wins. But I'll say this. You watched it. It's hard not to like Travis Hunter. I mean, just sweet, sincere. One, he's a great football player. That goes without saying. But if you watch the Heisman ceremony, it was such an awesome speech. It was off the cuff. It wasn't super scripted. And by the way, I'm not going to blame previous winners for kind of having a scripted 19, 20, 21 years old in front of a national audience. But it just was so sincere. It was so sweet. He thanked his father. He thanked his mother. He gave a quick Lil Wayne was there. I don't know if you guys saw this, the funniest part. He said, Lil Wayne, appreciate you. Didn't really know your music until my fiance put me on to you, but thank you for being here. And I like your music now that I've tried it out. So it was a great ceremony. And I'll be transparent. I thought the most interesting thing was actually how close the Heisman ceremony was. By the way, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, thank you, producer Matt, for the reminder. Make sure if you're a Colorado fan, you're following our Torres on CU account on Twitter, Torres on CU, for all late breaking Colorado football news. But to get back to Travis Hunter, to get back to the Heisman, I think the biggest thing, it was actually a little bit closer than I expected. Travis Hunter with 552 first place votes, 2,231 total points. Ashton Jeanty, 309 first place votes, a total of 2,017 points. And so this was actually the closest Heisman ceremony, Heisman result since 2009. Can you remember off the top of your head who finished first and second? How about this? Mark Ingram, now working at Fox. Toby Gerhart from Stanford. So yeah, this was the closest one we've had in 15 years. Now, in terms of did the committee get it right, I'll be honest. Look, I don't have a Heisman vote, but to me, this was almost a no-brainer. To me, it had to be Travis Hunter. And it sucks because whenever you say Travis Hunter deserves it, it feels like you're kind of trying to tear down the other candidates. I'm not doing that. Ashton Jeanty had just an unbelievable, phenomenal year. 2,400 yards rushing is just insane. And I don't want to take away anything from what he did or anything that he, is going to do in the future, whatever. But at the same time, let's put aside Ashton Jeanty and let's just talk about Travis Hunter. First of all, the stats were insane, okay? Because I think sometimes we get lost in the shuffle of like, well, he's a two-way player. Well, he's this. Well, he's that. Yeah, but he had the stats to back it up, okay? 92 catches, over 1,100 yards receiving, closer to 1,200 yards actually, 14 receiving touchdowns. Keep in mind, by the way, that was a Colorado record that was that led the Big 12. And he had 4 interceptions in a year where they basically didn't throw the ball to his side of the field. So the stats were there. And again, I just don't think you can fully appreciate what this kid did. And, I saw a lot of well, he's not this and he's not that. It's like, listen, if it was so easy to do what Travis Hunter did, somebody else would have done it by this point, and nobody else has ever in the history of college football, or at least in the last 100 years. Maybe back in 1927, somebody at Army had a season like this, or Notre Dame, or whatever. What I'm saying is in the modern era, we have never seen anything close to this. I threw out the stat a few weeks ago. Some people, again, thought I was criticizing another Heisman winner. But we nostalgize, we get so nostalgic about that Charles Woodson Heisman Trophy season. Here's the bottom line. I'm not trying to tear down Charles Woodson's accomplishments. Charles Woodson, do you know in that Heisman season that we remember as the most incredible thing ever, best cornerback, and he played wide receiver, and he returned kicks, and he returned punts. You know, Charles Woodson had 11 total catches that season. Travis Hunter had multiple games where he had 11 plus receptions in a game. Charles Woodson had 11 in a season. I know he returned kicks. I know he returned punts. I know it's different, and I'm not trying to tear him down. What I am saying is if everyone could do what Travis Hunter did, we would have seen it before. Nobody can. I don't think it will ever happen again. And I don't think we fully appreciate just how hard what he did truly was. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what, don't take my word for it. Don't take Torres' word. Listen, I played a little high school football back in the day. I used to knock some heads. I didn't play in the league, though. I didn't play major college football. But I bring it up because we had someone on the show a few weeks ago who did. So Damian Lewis is the Colorado defensive line coach, okay? Damian Lewis, for people who don't know his background, as accomplished of a football player as he can be, All-American at Miami. Not only was he an All-American, he played with Ed Reed. He played with Santana Moss. He played with Reggie Wayne. He played with, name the player, Andre Johnson, Clinton Portis, whatever. We had Damian Lewis on. Damian Lewis not only played at Miami, not only was an All-American, but played in the NFL and was a first-round NFL draft pick. I asked him, what is it like to watch Travis Hunter every single day at practice? I thought he gave a great answer. Here's what he had to say. As somebody who gets to see it every day, are you amazed by what Travis does on a day-to-day basis?
I love his approach. Like, he has the right approach to the game. He comes in every day. He's thrilled to be here, whether it's the off season or during the season. He works extremely hard. He knows what he has to do to get his body prepared to take on the vigorous work that he has to do because he's playing, 50 snaps on offense and 60 snaps on defense, whatever it may be. So he's playing well over 100 snaps a game. That takes a different human to do that. So to sit back and watch him play the way that he plays and prepare the way that he prepares, because it's the same thing in practice. When you go to practice, he's on offense. And then when we go ones on defense, he's on defense. Like, it's no break. He'll get a swig of water and he's ready to go. So just seeing how his approach is and how tough he is about it and his mindset about it, it's really cool to see a young man have that type of maturity and approach to the day-to-day work that he has.
There you have it. Don't take my word for it. Take it from somebody who played in the NFL, was a first-round pick, and now watches it every day. I think it's incredible. And I think what Damian Lewis said is important is it's not just the games, it's practice. It's that he's not only in receiver meeting rooms. It's not that he's only in defensive back meeting rooms. It's not that he's only playing defense in practice and then immediately goes and kind of takes a break when the one's on. No, he goes and practices with the ones on offense. So it is incredible. I believe he's the deserving winner. No disrespect to Ashton Genty. Really quick, though, I do want to talk about something that I don't think is appreciated enough in what Travis Hunter did over the last couple months. And that is the role that Coach Prime Deion Sanders played in not necessarily once he got to college, putting him in position to do what he did. That's part of it for sure. But also essentially being the only coach in college football that believed he could even do it. And I go back to that recruitment. We all remember where we were. What was it? December 2021, I think probably would have been the right time frame if my math is correct. Travis Hunter's committed to Florida State. You hear all the recruiting people talk about it. They're checking in. Is he going to flip? Could he go anywhere else? You don't really hear anything. You think he's going to go to Florida State. Then all of a sudden, listen, I'm on social media as much as anybody. You see the rumors. Oh my goodness. He might go to Jackson State. Deion Sanders, Coach Prime may flip him. And so I bring it up because we all remember that day, but I think we forget a lot of the context around it. Why did Travis Hunter flip to play for Jackson State and flip to play for Deion Sanders? And then why did he go with Coach Prime to Colorado? Well, there were a lot of reasons. One, obviously, we can all tell, got an unbelievable relationship with Coach Prime. He even said at the Heisman ceremony, hey, man, I'll see you on the lake tomorrow. We're fishing. I'm winning, etc. So he obviously sees Coach Prime as a father figure. At the time, I think he wanted to play for an HBCU, do something that had never been done before. But also, there is another element that we all forget. Part of the reason that he chose to play for Coach Prime, part of the reason that he chose to go to Jackson State was because Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, was the only one that believed that he could actually do this. You can go back. And again, there's a lot of revisionist history. When I tweeted it out, producer Matt, if you have the tweet, I think I sent it to you. You could pop it up. If not, it's no big deal. This is what I tweeted after Travis Hunter won the Heisman ceremony. Great freaking graphic on the screen, by the way, Matt. I said, thank you to Deion Sanders for being the only coach who allowed and believed Travis Hunter could play both offense and defense at an All-American level. Travis is special, but it was Deion Sanders' belief in him that allowed us all to see a truly historic season. And so, again, when I put that out, of course, I got the pushback of other coaches would have let him do that. Why do you think? No. That's part of the reason he went to play for Coach Prime in the first place. It was because he basically said, I believe in you. I believe you can do this. And by the way, a couple things. One, this isn't a knock and say that Travis Hunter isn't special. I don't want it to sound like I'm giving Coach Prime all the credit and whatever. He's obviously an incredible football player. But two, go back to the recruitment. If you go back to the recruitment, there were a lot of great schools. And by the way, he might have developed into a first-round cornerback, almost certainly would have, at Georgia, at Florida State where he was committed, at Alabama, whatever. And it would have been great, and it would have been cool, and he would have been an All-American, and he would have been a top 5 pick, and it would have been great, and he would have won this award, whatever. But we would not have seen a historic season, the historic season that we just saw, if it wasn't for Deion Sanders and it wasn't for believing that Travis Hunter could do what he did, which is not only play corner at a high level, not only play wide receiver at an elite level, but allow him to do both. And so bottom line, I'll just say this. Travis Hunter, congratulations on an incredible season. No doubt what you did. Like I said, it's never going to be done again. Everyone's, anyone could have done that if they got, no. You can't. And so credit to Travis Hunter, but also credit to Coach Prime. Coach Prime believed. Coach Prime said, here's the bottom line. If you come in, if you do what I say, if you believe in me, I am going to believe in you as well. It sounds like a movie, but belief is a powerful drug, and it is so cool to see Travis Hunter not only reach his potential, but reach his potential in part because Coach Prime was the only coach in college football that truly believed that he could play both sides of the football. And when I say both sides, I don't mean like the Charles Woodson play a snap or two on offense. I'm talking about play consistently, essentially every snap, every game, et cetera, on both sides and not miss a beat. Travis Hunter, incredible season, but thank you to Coach Prime for allowing us to see it all.